Good day, everybody. Thank you for coming through. So many of you on the Wednesday lunchtime presentation. I'm very appreciative of your time here today. I hope that we can make it quite exciting for you. Those of us here at DuePoint over the last couple of weeks have been extremely excited to see what DuePoint is doing across the nation, how it's starting to move really in 2019 through all the communities in South Africa. And this gives us a tremendous sense of hope for momentum and change in South Africa today. Today you're at DuePoint. I'm going to spend about 40 minutes with you telling you about DuePoint and why we are as excited about it as we are. But to start with, let me tell you, firstly, that we are a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. So, a couple of things that means. First of all, it means we're South African. It means we're homegrown. We did not come in from overseas. We're not one of these things that comes and goes. We were, in fact, established in 1952. We're 68 years old this year. We are a public company, which means we're listed on the JSE. It means that everything about us is available to everyone 24 hours a day. This is nothing like you have seen before. This is not one of those presentations that you've been forced to endure before. I promise you, today's experience will be very different from anything else that you've experienced before. About 4 or 5 years ago, we jumped into tackling a problem that we have in South Africa today. Now, others exploit the problem. We wanted to actually create a solution to the problem. What was the problem? Well, already nearly half a decade ago, we realized as a corporate that our customers were starting to move into financial crisis. You've heard that a lot, and not many people believe it. They think it's some kind of marketing term. The only thing is, it's actually a fact in South Africa. It really doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what job you have, how much money you earn. As an economy, we are in crisis, and it is beginning to affect everybody. Now, what does financial crisis mean? It means that you cannot control your income. Right now, how do you increase your income? What could you do today to make more money that actually lasts? Not go out quickly and sell your clothes for a few rands, then it's gone. You can't sell it again. What can you do to increase your earnings right now? Well, we know nothing. You can't go to your boss and ask for an increase. He said no at the end of last year. He's going to say no again now. You can't decrease the cost of your expenditure every month. Why? Well, because prices are going up whether you like it or not. Do we not know this? Every week when you go to the shops, is stuff not more expensive? 8 petrol price increases. The 8th one is coming in now, next month. 8 in 14 months. How do we cope with the prices that go up off of the back of 8 petrol price increases? What about a VAT increase, the first in 2 decades? VAT is paid by everyone. I had somebody say to me the other day, most South Africans don't believe that they pay tax. It's for the rich. Only the rich pay tax. Ladies and gentlemen, 67% of all tax collected comes from you and me. And it comes through VAT, petrol levies, all these things that you pay when you jump in a taxi to get here. You're paying tax because it's in the tax fare that you've paid, because it's in the petrol price. It's how they tax all of us. Do not believe for a minute you're not a taxpayer because you're not on e-filing. E-filing only makes up about 30% of income with corporate tax and all the other things. It's 67% that hits us. We have no control over increasing our income and decreasing our expenditure. And as a corporate, we realized that that would mean that it was only a matter of time before we ourselves as a business would be in crisis too. And therefore, we needed a solution. As I said before, we see these things blowing in from overseas. They literally blow in because they never last more than 6 to 12 months. They are not here to create financial solutions for us. They're here to exploit our desperation. What do they come in and do? They make promises to us. I love the promises. I always tease. They come on the WhatsApp groups. You've all seen them. It's normally a black in the background with a gold border, and there'll be pictures of all the things we want. Fast cars, expensive handbags and shoes, someone lying on the bed doing snow angels with cash. You've seen those pictures like that. And what do? We run there. You've all been there. I know you have. The last one that came in was from China or something, selling goodies, toiletries, things like that, and it's now gone. You know? And what did we do? We spent a fortune on all of them, and it did not change our circumstances. Not one of you lives in a better house, drives a better car, has more income in your bank account than you did when you started that thing. It did not change your circumstances. We at DuePoint wanted to make a solution that would permanently change the circumstances of South Africans. Now that's a frightening thing. Because of our desperation, we go, and I was talking to one of my wealth engineers 5 minutes ago, and he says the average South African doesn't care about next month. They care about the 600 or 700 rand they can get now. Ladies and gentlemen, the 600 or 700 rand you can get now will not change your circumstances. By tomorrow, you will be as desperate as you were today. We need to change that. We need a permanent solution, which means we need to start looking to the medium and the long term, so that in the long term you are not desperate each day for a change. You've already made change in your life. That was the system that we decided to build, and it took a long time and a lot of money because it needed to be permanent. We call that system the DuePoint system. It is a system that allows you as individuals, wherever you are in the country, to join us, to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, we're going to ask you to do one thing. It's not going to be the things you've had to do in the past. It's not selling and it's not presenting. We use cutting edge, latest technology here at DuePoint, so that all you need to do is connect someone via your cell phone to us. We say it's 3 clicks to connect somebody to us. If you can tap your phone 3 times, you can connect somebody to DuePoint live. By doing that, you create for us greater market penetration. We call it distribution. We then, as the insurance company, comes along and facilitates the purchase of our products. That creates revenue for us, and the revenue is what we then turn into wealth for you. Now, why do I use the word wealth? Because we're not into cash. We just discussed cash. Cash is here today and then gone tomorrow. When you have to sell something, you're only making money while you're selling. When you get sick, or when you're on holiday, or when you're overworked at work, you can't make any money. That's not wealth. We wanted a recurring income, an income that comes in every month for you. Then people go, no, I want to be paid weekly. Folks, there's no such thing as weekly pay. You find me a business that's ever succeeded on weekly pay. It doesn't work like that. But what if we could create a second paycheck for you every month? You're getting the one at your job right now. Wouldn't it be nice to get a second one halfway through the month? That is what we create, and it is an income that comes in every month. How do we do that? Well, we're not selling goodies here. We're not selling toiletries and creams and ointments and pretend treatments for cancer and pretend treatments for stomach things. You know, the things you're spending your money on, those things are not working. I don't know if you've noticed. People are still dying from cancer. They're still dying from stomach ailments. They don't work, but they do suck your money up. We don't do that here. We build our income model off of the back of financial services. Properly regulated, proven, contractual products that you have recourse to, that give you and your family real benefits. We use those. Those run on automatic debit orders, which means that you don't have to chase people to buy every month. It means that every month, no matter what you're doing, whether you're busy at work, whether you're sick in hospital, or you're lying on the beach on holiday, your income comes in. It comes in. It is the greatest freedom. There isn't something, maybe one of you are sitting here from one of these other things where you sell things. You yourself cannot tell me how you can create that kind of freedom for the individuals that join your thing. Here at DuePoint, we're not about joining a thing. We're about creating wealth. Wealth is an income that's there even when you can't work on it. And that is what we have created here at DuePoint. Folks, in addition, it's homegrown South African. It's built by South Africans for South Africans, so we understand your circumstances. South Africans' first thing, if it doesn't smell like a job, they say, no, I'm sorry, I'm too busy for this. Even when they're unemployed, they say, no, I'm sorry, I'm too busy for this. Folks, we understand you're too busy. All of us as South Africans work very hard. We put in not 40 hours, the contract says 40 hours, but we're all working 60, 80, 100 hours. We know this. Look at us. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is, you'll find me here at 8:30 at night. We know what it's like to work long hours. But are these things creating wealth for us? Our jobs. Are you richer this year than you were last year as a result of your job? No. The economists tell us, and you can go Google it, that we're poorer now than we were 20 years ago. That's with all the increases that you've got over the years. Your buying power is less today than it was 20 years ago, because inflation is not running at 6% like government would like us to know. For you and me on the ground, it's 20 to 25% per annum. If you're not getting a 25% increase each year, you're poorer every year. But you're telling me that you're too busy to do this. Why? How? When you are spending all that time on something that's literally making you poorer every year. Here at DuePoint, though, we appreciate the fact that you don't have time. We appreciate that you're busy and that you're afraid of doing something that might not put the food on the table like your job does. Okay, we appreciate it. And so we built a system around that for you. It is a system, as I said, that's not going to require you to do the time-consuming things. You're not going to be presenting and selling and coming to pick up stock and dragging it around and all that jazz. That stuff you don't have to do yet. It's on your phone, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right there for you. It's a system we built that allows you to leverage others. It says you don't have time, we'll get others to build the wealth for you in what we call channels. And it means that your time, your money, your expertise are now multiplied in others in the creation of your wealth. And we give you the entire system, our people, our officers, our technical skills, all to you and the use of it at no cost. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you get immediate and free access to our entire system. We're not in the business of taking your money. You know it. You've been to those things where you have to buy the starter kit. Always like that, the starter kit, 2.5 grand, 3.5 grand. Some of them I've been to 15,000 rand before you can start doing anything. We're not into that. We don't charge you monthly admin fees. And we don't charge you for training. And we don't charge you for venues. And none of that is in. We don't bill you. We want you to create money starting at where you are. We don't want to put you back first and hope you catch up. How many people have you spoken to who have said, I've been burnt with network marketing. I lost money doing this. At DuePoint, from day one, we said that our objective is to ensure that nobody ever loses any money at DuePoint. We want to achieve a wealth creation system, not a product distribution system. And that is what we believe we've created for you. In addition, because you're not selling, you're not presenting, you're not agents, you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not representatives, you're not advisors, you're simply using a phone to connect people to us. Because of that, everybody in South Africa can do it. It doesn't matter your education or experience. It doesn't matter your circumstances. If you know how to tap your phone, which I know you all know how to do, then you're able to connect and create wealth with us here at DuePoint. It's going to require a different kind of discipline. It's going to require a long-term view. You can't be, I need the 700 rand today. That's not a view that pulls you out of poverty. That's a view that keeps you in poverty. We need the view that we're going the long haul now in creating sustainable lifetime wealth with us. Why do I say lifetime? Well, at DuePoint, you're building assets. This recurring income is something that you can price and sell. It is something that will automatically be handed over to your children and your children's children after that, because assets outlive us. The stream of income you're going to make during your lifetime will be what your children earn when you pass away one day. They'll be able to take it and make it even bigger if they want. We at DuePoint believe, and nobody's been able to prove me wrong so far, that we're the only South African company today that creates intergenerational wealth for its South African citizens. For our customers, we create something that goes beyond their life. No toiletry company, no oil and ointment company is going to create wealth for you and your children. Even your job will not live past you. When you pass away, they're going to give it to your kids. Your job, no, you know they're not. Here, you will create an intergenerational asset. We're a 70-year-old company. We can say that. We can make that statement that we're intergenerational because we've already been around for 7 decades. These things that blow in to South Africa and have a shelf life of 6 to 12 months, they cannot create for you a wealth that will transcend your own generation. Here we can. And we've built this system, ladies and gentlemen, in a way that's absolutely convenient for you. It's technology driven. For those of you who say you're from before computers, it's 2020 in 6 months' time. You don't get to say you're from before computers anymore. It's just not a valid statement. Folks, you need a smartphone, and if you don't have one today, you need to go get one, because it is the only way we will survive in the 21st century. We're not in 1990 anymore. Paper application forms, they are now used to heat buildings. They are not used to connect people to anything anymore. Folks, we make the system so that all you have to do is tap your phone. When you tap your phone, you build a platform of distribution into which we can come along and facilitate the purchase of our products. Our technology connects the individuals that are connected by others to you. This platform of leverage and distribution. And we do the work. You're not selling any products here, guys. You need to understand that. I know every time I do the lunchtime presentation, afterwards I end up sitting in the auditorium next door explaining to people, no, we don't sell anything. Okay, so I'm going to tell you now, we're not selling insurance products here, ladies and gentlemen. We are simply connecting people. Then people say, no, but you know, my people, like your people are different from my people. We're all the same, folks. But you say, my people, they want to know about the product. Well, then they haven't understood DuePoint. What is DuePoint? DuePoint is wealth creation, not the sale of products. That is something you used to do. Going forward, your conversation will be with people as you create this platform will be, we need to take control of our wealth again. Watch this. We need to create income for ourselves. Click, click, click. That's your conversation. I've just given you your full sales training. There's your sales training at DuePoint. We need income. No more sitting down. There's this product that does this and this product that does that, and learn about the energy drink, learn about the ointment for your stomach, there's none of that. At DuePoint, it's guys, we need to take control again of our wealth. Click, click, click. Here. That's what you're going to be doing. So when we go through the products later, don't get confused. That's not what we do as wealth engineers. All right, now, DuePoint has created the wealth by using your platform that you've connected together to sell its products. It does the selling of its products, and it creates wealth that way. How is the wealth distributed to you? It's distributed to you in two ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel. Every month that it's paid, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment has been made. Okay, sounds super complicated. I promise you it's the simplest system you've ever heard of before. This is how it works. You're going to go out, you're going to connect people to us. Some will take products, make their payments, and when they do, you will get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. 55 Rand. Now you see, now you go, no, but hang on, I was at this thing that is blown in from Thailand the other day, and they said if I sell the pot, I'll get 450 Rand. How often did they say you'd get the 450 Rand? Once. When you sell the pot. Have you ever tried to sell the same pot to the same person twice? It's very difficult to get them to buy the same pot twice in a row. What about in the next month when they say, no, but I'm still using last month's cream. I don't need a new cream. All of a sudden, your income is dried up. Here at DuePoint, it's 55 Rand every month going forward. It doesn't matter how much they promised you they'd pay. It's never going to be as much as a recurring income, which is what you have now created. You don't run back to that person every month to beg them to buy. You don't have to. Our system automatically raises that debit order. Now, folks, the discipline is there's a debit order that's going to come off of your account every month. Why are we paying that debit order? So that we can have a product? No. We're paying that debit order. Why? Because we want to create a life-changing wealth for ourselves. That's the way you got to think about it. When that debit order goes off, don't go, oh, I wish it was cash. Cash doesn't make money. Wealth is made through recurring income. So it is a new discipline that you'll be taking on, but it is one that will change your circumstance instead of giving you some cash today and nothing tomorrow. Now, these folks will do the same as you. They're going to use our technology to connect individuals. When they do, those individuals pay their products and you get again 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. For every product, if they take 2 products, you get 110 Rand. 3 products, 165 Rand. 4 products, 220 Rand for every connection that you've made to us, never having to run back to them again. Look here, you've been here 5 minutes. There's a handful of people you're connected, you're earning $1,000 a month. There's a handful of people. You're earning $1,000 a month. That's 12,000 Rand a year that you don't have to worry about. It comes in every month. No running with the bags to your friends. It comes in every month. These folk keep connecting and keep connecting. And as you do, you continue to earn on a diminishing rate to the 8th point, but from the 8th point on, there's no limit. From the 8th point on, you can grow a channel as big as you want and earn on every point as long as you qualify to earn 4% of 27.50 Rand. We do not limit your earning potential here. This is not one of those things where it says you can only earn to the 6th point or to the 8th point, or one of those where you've got to have 70% and 30% and you're going to... we're not one of those. We're in the business of wealth creation. You have the ability now to create an asset of any size. Who and what dictates the size of that asset is you. You will decide how big an income you want to make here at DuePoint. You will decide it. No one else. You can have any amount. How much can you earn here at DuePoint? Well, we use a very simple example to show you how we can quite accurately predict results. We have been around for years. We have the data. It used to be maths. Now it's proven maths. We have people that have proven it and beyond. And it is all determined by you again. How fast do you want to grow? Do you want to connect 10 people a month to us, 100 people a month, or 1 person a month to us? That's going to be up to you. But we use an example to show you that even the busy people can make money here. We call it 3 plus 2. What it says is in your first month with us, you're responsible for connecting just 3 solid people to us. That's all we want, 3 people. You've got a whole month to get them in. Then in every month thereafter, plus 2, you need to connect just 2 people to us. Just 2. It doesn't matter how busy you are. You can connect 2 people to this business. 2 people every month. Now, if you can do that without quitting, without going, no, I need the 700 Rand today, but going, hang on, I'm going to do this month after month after month. If you can do that, and we apply all of our maths to it, then we know that after about 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. You see how I'm not like those WhatsApp thingies of yours? The WhatsAppy things told you you'd be millionaires after 3 months. Didn't they? They said you'd be on 100,000 Rand a month. They said you'd get 450% return on your money. No. But how come you're all sitting here today with me? How come? You know why? Because they don't deliver on those promises, because there's no such thing as getting rich quick. I know we all want it. Rob, he's the other presenter. He often gets up here and he says, who wants to get rich quickly? And everybody puts their hands up. That's why when you get the WhatsApp that says, I'll make you rich in 3 months if you just give me 5 grand. Just give me 5 grand, I'll make you rich. We all run there, don't we? We all run, and yet none of us are getting rich. Even the guy in the WhatsApp, he didn't get rich either. You've seen him afterwards. He's still driving the same car. He's still living in the same house or shack. It can be. Same guy. But he was telling you how rich he was. Yeah, folks, there's no such thing. If we're going to make proper, life-changing, lifetime, intergenerational wealth, then you've got to give me time. You've got to give me 6 months. And if you put 2 people in a month, you're only going to be earning 2,500 Rand after 6 months. But if you put 10 people in a month, well, that number gets 10 times bigger, doesn't it? So it's up to you how fast you connect people using our technology to us. 2,500 Rand a month, though, is 30,000 Rand a year that you now get reliably on time every month. That's not that bad. Start crossing your expenditure off. How many can you cross off for 2,500 Rand? Now, if you do 6 more months, that's a year. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2 for a year. Then you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year. You have done it in 1 year with us. 1 year. How many of you can put a year in? How many of you have worked before? How long have you been in employment for? Have you been in for a year? Yeah? Well, it wasn't so difficult to do a year, was it? No, they made you work every day, Monday through Friday. We won't make you work Monday through Friday. We're asking for 2 people in an entire month. Can you do it for a year? Yeah, it sounds easy. How come none of you are going to do it? There's 2 or 3 of you that will do it. But a whole lot of you will go, it's too hard. Really? But you're back at work every day doing something that's much harder than simply connecting people to us. Folks, you've got to do a year. If your boss said to you, work for me for another year and I'll give you 10,000 Rand increase at the end of the year, would you do it? Yeah. Because last year he only gave you 500 Rand or 1,000 Rand increase. If he said, give me a year, I'll pay you 10 grand, you'd be in it. Even someone earning 100,000 Rand a month wouldn't mind an extra 10,000 Rand a month. You can do that in 1 year with us by putting 2 people in every month. 2 solid connections. You do it for 2 years, and you can reasonably expect to now be on about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. 2 years for 30,000 Rand a month. Are we asking you to sell goodies? Are we asking you to present? We're asking you to use a piece of technology to connect people to us where we do the selling, where we do the presenting. But you've got to do it for 2 years. And you know what? People are going to let you down. Some people are not going to pay. I'm telling you this up front so you're not disappointed. Some people are going to cancel. Many will lapse out. Some people will do nothing. They won't connect others. But we haven't asked you to make sure they do those things. What have we asked you for? 2 solid connections every month. You can do 10, you can do 20, but we're just saying in this numbers, do 2. Do it for 3 years, you're up to 40,000 to 45,000 Rand a month. 40,000 to 45,000 Rand a month, ladies and gentlemen. Very few people are on that in South Africa. If you can do it for 4 years, it becomes 60,000 to 65,000 Rand a month. That's 720,000 Rand a year. How many of you have even dreamed about earning 720,000 Rand a year? Oh, and almost none. Almost none. We were worried when we first put these numbers up that people would really go, now this is just fantasy, it's just marketing. Fortunately, we've had people that have achieved this and beyond, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Folks, it's a possibility because it is a real wealth creation tool. It's not fake. It's not a false thing. It's not a scheme or a scam. We're a publicly listed, regulated, licensed life and short-term insurance company. We have just redirected our funds to work a way to create wealth for South Africans. Can you give us 5 years, guys? Now, guys, I'm serious with you. You need to look me in the eye now. You cannot become a wealth engineer today for the next 5 weeks. Because I can tell you how much you're going to earn in the next 5 weeks. Nothing. Nothing. Because in the first 5 weeks, you won't even know what you're doing. Will you? We're going to have to teach you how to use the app. You're going to go to people and tell them about DuePoint like you told them about all these other Chinese knockoff thingies. And then they're not going to want to do it. Okay? This is 5 years. You've done 5 years in your careers, haven't you? You've probably done 25 years in your careers. And you know it took you at least the first year to learn what you were doing. Maybe even the first 2 years before you became an expert. You've got to look at DuePoint as the long term. You have to change your discipline. The 700 Rand cash today, it doesn't change your circumstances. It's gone tomorrow. But if you've done 60 months with us, spoken to plenty people, connected them to us, then in 60 months' time, you can reasonably expect to be on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. We've got the maths and the people to prove it. What is it like to live a life where you're getting 100 grand a month? I can tell you, you won't be at your jobs anymore. You won't be there. You'll have left your jobs long before. Why go from Monday to Friday when you know you're getting 100,000 every month? That's what we create for those who put the time in. For those who don't, you don't earn. Maybe you get a couple 100 rand and then you disappear. But if you put the time in, you mix that ingredient in, time, years, then this is the life that you can expect. Now, folks, we've been doing this for a long time. We've got tens of thousands of individuals involved in DuePoint. And every month we put 2 or 3 of them on our stage. People doing well, people that are new, people that are old, people that are shooting the lights out, people that are doing terribly. We show you everything. We're not hiding anything here. And we record them for permanent access by the public to see. This last month we had Paul on stage with us. Paul's been with us for 10 months, less than a year. Full-time employed, does this on the side, and he's already earning 3,000 bucks a month with us. This is hobby income. 36,000 Rand a year of just extra cash. After 10 months, will you engineer for yourself a 3,000 Rand raise in the next 10 months? That's 300 bucks a month. Every month you've got to increase your earnings by 300 Rand. Can you do that outside of the DuePoint system? We then had Don on stage with us. He sent us up an awesome video from PE. He's in East London. This is a nationwide business, ladies and gentlemen. It's not limited to this room. This is just our studio. Folks, in 2.5 years, he's an entrepreneur, this man. He's in working businesses. He's a motivational speaker. He trains people. This he's doing on the side amongst all of those things. And he's built himself an income of nearly 12,000 Rand a month. What's 130,000 Rand a year worth to you right now? Yes, it took him 2.5 years. But he wasn't rushing. He was just connecting when he could. On the side, he's busy connecting. And 2.5 years later, every month, 11,368 bucks. Isn't that a wonderful freedom? You know, over 2.5 years, he hasn't worried about us disappearing like the other things. I could list for you the number of things that have been in the market in the last 2.5 years. It's a list. All come, all gone. DuePoint, year after year, we're here. People building slowly, people building quickly. You want to see people building quickly? Go to our YouTube channel. Don't be scared of YouTube, folks. Go to YouTube, search DuePoint, go to the bottom where it says Wealth Engineers Tell All, and you'll see people earning across the income spectrum. How much do you want? 50 grand a month? 100 grand a month? What's enough for you to realize that this is more powerful than any career or job that you could have? It is a tool of unlimited wealth creation for those that will put the time in. This is a new discipline for South Africans. Time. No more can we demand now. That's all gone. Now we have to build over our lifetimes a wealth that changes our life and our children's lives afterwards. That's the first way we create wealth for you. The second way is through our XP Rewards training program. One of the things we are not in South Africa are well-trained and well-educated. We know that. There's a history to that. Here at DuePoint, we bring you world-class training. World-class training. I can say that confidently because we see the other companies plagiarizing our training. So we know, and we give it to you for free. We're going to teach you how to become a social entrepreneur, how to create wealth for yourself, how to understand the industry and the economy you live in that you didn't know anything about. We'll teach you. And we will teach you how and what wealthy people do to become wealthy. We will teach you this. As you do the steps and the training in this program, we reward you with XP points, experience points. They accumulate as you get more experienced with us. And then as your channel grows and you match the two in our program, we rank you up. And when we rank you up, we create wealth for you again. As you rank up, we give you cash. We keep you cash flow flush because we know you don't have cash. So we keep it happening as you rank up. Then when you get to rank 5, we give you a toolkit of things you're going to need to build your channel with us even faster. You can buy all of these items at reception afterwards if you want, but we give you a toolkit at rank 5. At rank 7, we give you a 20,000 Rand set of gold-gilded, custom-made imported business cards. They're the only set of their kind in the country. And when you hand someone a gold-gilded business card, they go, this actually must be something that's legitimate. No other thing that blows in is going to give you a 20 grand set of business cards. We give it to every rank 7. And rank 9, for those of you who blended into the mixture time, who went the distance and built their channels over time with us, not get rich quick, but I'm changing my life forever attitude. When you hit rank 9, we take you and your family away every year for the rest of your life, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid trip. Not like these things you've seen. Recently, last week, I had one in my WhatsApp. Oh, Mauritius trip. But it's only for you. You need to get yourself to OR Tambo if you're outside of Joburg. You only get to the minimum economy class. We're going to some 3-star caravan park in Mauritius. I have seen all of them. Here, it's 5-star deluxe. It's business class. It's you and your family. And no matter where you are in South Africa, we pick you up at your door and we deliver you there again after your week with us here. Now, you know what's wonderful about DuePoint? We have already delivered on every promise I've told you today. This is not a WhatsApp with pictures from the internet. We have delivered on everything. And we have delivered on this year after year after year. We've gone away with our rank 9s. And so I don't have to show you fake internet photos and video footage. I will show you rank 9s traveling with us every year with their families and their children. And I will show you what your future looks like if you choose to go the distance, to change your mindset, to pick the tool up, and to do the work of connecting South Africans to us. Your Decembers and your family's Decembers are going to look a bit like this. Whew. Patrick, you ready to go again? Donnie, you ready to go again? I'm ready to go again. I'm ready to go. It's May, but I feel like it should be December already. That's a compilation of trips we've done over the years. You can see the group is growing every year. Every year we take more rank 9s away with us. And the question really is, who's coming with us this year? There will be new rank 9s. There's 2 or 3 already guys that are well on their way to rank 9 this year. And it's going to be interesting to have them and their families with us on these trips. Everything you've done before, it hasn't changed your circumstances. It hasn't. So when you get the WhatsApp, don't respond to it. Start thinking about what can I do to create a permanent change. Do you know what it's like to wake up on the 1st of January every year and know that your December holiday is already booked and paid for? Do you know what that feeling is like? The answer is no, you don't know what that feeling's like. But you can imagine it. There are a few folk in this room here and more watching online that know what that feeling's like. Every year to wake up to know, I don't have to worry about December, my holiday's booked already. That's what wealth is. Wealth is not fake pictures on WhatsApp and Facebook pages. It's not the next shiny thing to blow in through the Durban harbor. That's not wealth. Wealth is a life where everything's different for every year going forward in your lives. At rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's the other thing South Africans need. It's transport. We don't finance it through us. You don't rent it from us. We don't brand it, and we don't give it to you and take it away. It's your car in your name. It is a tool of wealth. Every one of these promises we have already delivered on. Nothing I've shown you this morning is what we're hoping to deliver on. It's done deals already. It's just where are you in the queue? When would you like to be sharing in the things we have? That's 11 of the 28 ranks in our XP Rewards program. What do you think's in the other 2/3 if we're already on cars at rank 11? Can you imagine what's in the other 2/3? It's available to you. Go and find our rank 12s and 13s onwards. And they'll start to give you an idea of what life is like at DuePoint. This is why we're so excited about it. Now, we create this wealth off of the back of our financial services products. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not cash products. They are premium debit order products. Change of mindset. Do we want wealth or do we want cash that disappears? Here we run debit orders on financial services that are contractual, regulated, and defensible. They are yours. Real, not fake from China, real for you. 4 of them here at DuePoint at the moment. Our first is Access Wealth. Access Wealth gives you, for 324 Rand a month, 2 independent products. One is your very own tax-free investment account, and the other is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 every month, and we put it into your investment. Now you have a growing asset before you've even connected your first person to us for 324 Rand a month. The next product that we have is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for that you get 1,000,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no medical examinations and declarations, and no maximum age limit. Your granny who's 109 can take this product and it'll cover her to her last day. Folks, everyone in South Africa, no matter their circumstances, can be in our system building wealth with us. There are no restrictions. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at $299, but you have a host of options from that point forward. You can have funeral cover of 20 or 30,000 Rand. You can put 5 or 10 family members on your plan with us. Now, don't tell the person who brought you here or connected you today here, oh, but I've got I've got funeral cover already. Well, pick another product. What are we selling here at DuePoint? What are we? Wealth. We don't say, this is not your Indaba. This is not what you have to worry about. When your friends say, oh, but I got funeral cover already, you go, I'm not selling funeral cover. I'm selling control over my wealth again. Pick another one. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no debate when it comes to DuePoint today. It is beyond educated debate. No one can come and say, no, but there's this better thing. There isn't. There literally isn't. I have asked this question in probably 1,000 presentations. Come afterwards and tell me of a system that you do not have to pay for, that creates immediate, lifetime, intergenerational wealth for you, where all you need to do is tap your cell phone to connect people to us. No one in South Africa is doing what DuePoint is. Today you have seen something that is completely unique, possibly even globally. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month to be a member. As a member, you get access to our suppliers. We're a 7-decade-old corporate. We have suppliers coming to us all the time to offer us prices, discounts, vouchers, account managers, VIP services, all sorts of stuff you can't get as an individual. But as a member of our Wealth Points Buyers Club, you can completely change your monthly spend. You can decrease, you can take control again of your monthly expenditure by actively using this product. All of our products have videos, folks. You can go onto our website or YouTube channel or our app, and you can watch a video. Today, when you sign up, there'll be a notice in your app, and at the bottom, there'll be a blue button. It looks like a blue stripe. It says, click here to watch a video on your product, and we'll explain the whole thing to you. So even if you battle to read at DuePoint, we have full videos on every single one of our products. When I tell you you've never seen something like DuePoint, I promise you, you have never seen something like DuePoint before. Folks, in addition, we know, like I said, the 700 Rand today, we know people need the cash now. So we do it already. Someone says, no, you don't earn fast enough at DuePoint. And I go, really? We have what's called an Achiever's Quest. Achiever's Quests run every month, in the calendar month, from the 1st to the 31st, every month. And then they reset for each month. And it says, in any calendar month, if you can put 10 people in and make them pay in the same month, so if they're in and paid by the end of the same calendar month, we'll give you 5,000 Rand bonus on top of your returns and rewards. 5,000 Rand, not 700 Rand, 5,000. And you know what? You can do it every month. So that means that by the end of your first year, you could have collected 60,000 Rand by just putting in 10 people every month and making sure they're paid by the end of the month. But hang on, if you put 20 people in, we'll make it 10 grand. Not 700 Rand, not even 4,000 Rand, we'll make it 10,000 Rand. If you can put 20 people in and get them paid in every calendar month this year, that's 120,000 Rand a year, on top of your returns and rewards. But if you can make it 30 people, one person a day, can you click your phone 3 times every day and get somebody in and get them paid? If you can do that, one person a day, then we'll make it 15 grand. That's 180,000 Rand a year. If anyone says to you, don't earn fast at DuePoint, you tell them they don't know what they're talking about. You cannot outperform the wealth we have created at DuePoint. Fast or slow, we win both races here. But in 2019, we've put a very, very special challenge down to South Africans. We want to see millionaires again in South Africa. That's what we want to see. We want to see people who have dramatically changed their lives. And in our 365 challenge, we say, the day you become a wealth engineer with us, that's today for you guys, wherever you are in the country. Today, when you become a wealth engineer, we'll give you, from this day, 365 days. And if you can put 365 people in on your first point in the next 365 days, well, then we'll give you a check for 365,000 Rand. Your channel will have grown. Those 365 people are not going to do nothing. They're going to get excited about this too and grow, and we know what the math says on that growth on average. And we know that that channel will now be bigger than rank 9, which means that in the next 365 days, you'll be coming on a holiday with us, maybe for the rest of your life. In addition, we know that your channel will have grown past rank 11, which means that in the next year, you'll be getting your very own brand new car. But more importantly, folks, a channel with 365 people on their first points is a channel that's got enough people in it to build a monthly income for you of somewhere between 40 and 50,000 Rand a month. That's 500 to 600,000 Rand a year. You can have that in 365 days. This is not a fake promise. This is not one of those things. These are delivered on already. Would you like to get the equivalent value of 1.25 million Rand in the next 365 days? Because you can if you choose to do so. You can come up with a list of excuses. That's all they'll be. They won't be factual. They'll just be excuses. Or you can say, this year is the year that my life changes. And you pick the tool up and you get cracking. You know what the wonderful thing about DuePoint is? We'll still be here next year. You know the thing you're doing right now? It won't be here next year. You know that, don't you? Wherever you are, you know that. You know that this time next year, they'll be gone, and the next shiny thing will be coming in to exploit the problem we have in South Africa. Or, in the next year, you can build a completely different life for yourself with the DuePoint system. This is a nationwide business. We don't only act out of our studio, we are live across the nation. And every couple of months, we're in a new location to do an actual live presentation for you so that you can see that I'm not a computer graphic. but that I'm a real player. People tell me that. They go, no, I don't believe this person on the screen. They're just a computer. Oh, my goodness, guys, I'm quite real. I'll come show you. We're going to be down in Bloemfontein on Saturday, the 20th of July. We've given you lots of warning. We need you to start booking your travel and your accommodation. If you're in the Free State, we want to see you in Bloemfontein. Don't say, I live in Kimberley. Kimberley is a few kilometers away from Bloemfontein. Get in your car and drive up and be there. If you're outside of the Free State, KZN, Eastern Cape, Gauteng, Limpopo, we want to see you down there too. You know why? Because we're building nationwide wealth. Wouldn't you like to have a distribution, a channel across South Africa, creating wealth for you even as you sleep? That's what we offer here. Make sure you've started planning. Then we want you to go to our website or our app, click events, and book your tickets. The tickets are free. They always are. We don't charge you for anything at DuePoint. Book your tickets, get your guests lined up, start your lists now. We want to see you there on Saturday, the 20th of July at around about 11 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be live down there. If you want to become a wealth engineer today, it's super simple. You're going to go to our website, DuePoint.net. That's all. Don't be scared of the internet. DuePoint.net. In you go. You're going to read, watch videos, whatever you want. Click join or apply. And in less than 3 minutes, you'll be a wealth engineer. Not a single cent having passed from your hands. I always love it when they go, DuePoint, it's another pyramid scheme. I'm like, well, it's the worst pyramid scheme in the country because we take none of your money. Today, in the next 30 minutes, you're a wealth engineer. You have a tool that is completely unique in South Africa. And this afternoon, you can begin connecting people and creating wealth for yourself. You don't have to wait until some payment or you've bought a box or it's been delivered. This afternoon, you are connecting individuals and creating wealth for yourself here. Do the research. Go to the JC's website. Look us up under Conduit Capital. Go to Constantia's website. See our financial statements. Public company. See our directors, our BEE status. Whatever you need, it's there. This is a homegrown South African company. Go to the regulators' websites. Go to the FSCA's website. Find our long, short, and FSP licenses there. We don't have one. We have like a host of them there. For those of you who are here, you can see them up on the wall outside if you want. Just some of them, in fact, are on the wall outside. We have even more. Get comfortable and then get started. This weekend, we have a very important training session at 11 o'clock, folks. At 11 a.m. It's probably I'm guessing it's going to become our most viewed training that we've ever done in all the years we've done this. You know why? Because people have been asking for this one since we started. And I feel only brave enough now to really do it. And we've really gone to town on it. It is our Prospect, Invite, Connect training. People say to me, Brendan, what do I say? I don't know how to do this. Where do I start? How do I find people? How do I connect them? Well, I'm going to teach you how to do it this Saturday at 11 o'clock. Wealth engineers around the country, if you're in Joburg, we want to see you here. I don't want to see you behind the screen. Remember, afterwards, I can go and see who was behind the screen. I want you here. There's nothing more important on Saturday morning. Doesn't matter. My kid's playing a soccer tournament, and my daughter's in a hockey tournament. And where am I going to be on Saturday? Right here. So no excuses. Joburg, everyone in their seats here. And I don't want just you. I want your whole channel here. Because we're building and educating South Africans about wealth creation. And we're doing it at 11 o'clock this week. If you're outside of Joburg, you're excused. You can watch us live. Tune in with your whole channel at 11 o'clock on Saturday. And let's make this our biggest and best development seminar ever here at DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see just how serious and how unique we are. You have not seen anything like DuePoint before. When I say we're excited about what DuePoint's doing, we have seen the lives of tens of thousands of South Africans changed already. And today's your turn. It's your turn to start that change. If you've got questions, we'll answer them for you. Come find me outside. Otherwise, call client service Monday through Friday. Just call them. They'll answer any question you have. But don't walk away with an incorrect correct perception or with an opinion that's not true. We want you to pick this tool up, and we want to be the solution to our problem. We don't want to be like the others that have been manipulating the problem. We want to be the solution. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be live again at 6:30 tomorrow night. I look forward to seeing all of you there and here tomorrow night. Otherwise, I'm going to see you guys outside. See you soon. Cheers.